Hey peoples, I'm back. I just got back from the farmer's market with Taylor, where she's still there, and I'm walking around right now and I'm about to go harvest some Indian fig cactus for some of my friends that run a taco stand there. And walking through my food forest, this is the entrance that I'm at right now. This is a cool little tree y'all would be interested in, I'm sure. This is a wild lemon. I don't know if this is native here. It might be considered invasive, I don't know. But it grows little lemons. Look, there's a little bird's nest. I can see that. Anyways, it grows little lemons. Apparently they're supposed to taste like a grapefruit and a lemon mixed together. I've never actually had them because this is the only one that I have here. There's a place that I go to hunt mushrooms, and this thing will get like 15 feet tall and like 15 feet wide. But I haven't tried the fruits yet. When I finally do, I'll definitely let you know. But it's a kind of a cool little guild here. You got this, and then there's mint growing down here with it. So if you're in South Carolina, you can find those wild lemons growing, like I said, down in like river bottoms and stuff and floodplains. And you can find them pretty commonly around here. But yeah, this is my food forest that we're walking in right now. This is a silverberry right here, which is same genus as goomyberry, Eleagnus, but it is a different species. It's not supposed to be quite as invasive. Anyways, I started working on this food forest like 5 years ago. All this was done by hand, and yeah, it's grown up a lot. This right here is a black locust. This is a nitrogen fixer, and it has some pods on it that are apparently they're supposed to be used for sugar and stuff. And this is a peach tree. But I planted that one over there, that black locust, and it's spread by root. And this is, I mean, this is probably like 20 feet away. They take over. Don't plant black locust unless you want a lot of it. So, but here's our Indian fig. This is one of my favorite cacti to eat. Pull some of this ragweed out the way first. I think I talked about it in another video. I also grow the larger cactus, which I don't even know if the camera was just on me just now, but I also grow the larger cactus. They call them nopales. I think that is also called a prickly pear cactus, but this one right here I believe is called an Indian fig. You can see that good. But these are really good even when they get older, whereas the regular nopales, they get really fibrous when they get older and you can't eat them. And these are more tasty, I think, too. Regular nopales don't have as much of a lime flavor, but these are very tasty. You don't have to season them at all. Cook them in a little butter. And they don't have big pricklies on them either, which is also good, but they got the little ones and they're very difficult to get out. That's what they look like. It's really good. I took them some papalo as well, and they actually knew what it was. And some black-eyed Susans growing out of there. I haven't come down here in a while. A lot of stuff growing up. But yeah, I started this food forest about 5 years ago. I'm gonna do an in-depth tour on it eventually, but it's gonna take me like at least 40 minutes to do a tour of this place. There's a lot of mistakes I made, but I learned a lot. This was really just a place that I started growing in just to figure out what grows here, because I mean, I really didn't know. So I think that's all I'm gonna take off of this one. I got a lot of these growing around. These grow in the sand land in South Carolina, and you can find them by the thousands around there. So, but this little area was an old loading dock, and I dug some swells by hand. You can't even see the swells anymore. But this right here is a Viking Aronia berry, which is it's like I think it's more of a medicinal berry. It's not that good, but it grows good here. I'm gonna grow a lot more of those. And but anyways, yeah, I dug a lot of these swales by hand. All these cacti are actually on swales, and these are on contour, and they're fed by a little pond up there. All of this was, like I said, it was all done by hand, and it's managed pretty much by hand as well. If I had to do this again, I would. There's a lot of things I would do differently. Definitely design access in your food forest a lot better. I didn't design too well for that. And I can't really drive machinery in here or anything. I can't even get any cactus off that one. Yeah, I need to come in here and do some thinning on these swells. They're growing up like crazy. That's enough for them to try. But I got a few minutes. I can show y'all a couple other things down here. This isn't that beautiful? This is a wormwood. Highly medicinal plant. They make like absinthe and stuff out of that. This is one of my favorite plants in the world. I think it's beautiful. It's just, there's really no other color like that. If you can see it better over here. Got a weird smell to it. You'll never forget that smell once you smell it one time. This right here is an Italian honey fig. Like I said, I got to do a lot more. I got to do some more clearing around some of the stuff. I cut grass the other day, but I need to come down here with a scythe. That's basically how I manage it. I come down here and I cut grass on a lawnmower, and I cut it with a scythe probably 3 or 4 times in the summer. Right here is a little pocket pond. All these swales. It's actually got a lot of water in it. That's surprising. But all these swales run through this ditch right here eventually. I block up the swales with sandbags when I want water to hold, and then when I don't want water to hold, I pull up the sandbags. Probably my next swales will actually be a little bit off contour, just to let them run, because we can get like some torrential downpours around here. We're in the hurricane region as well. I say that it's not like Florida hurricane wise, but you get the storms from it. This right here is a red mulberry. I don't really like the way it tastes, but the birds really like it. So I don't know if you could tell, but this is the mulberry, and you see how thick it is around here. What I do with a lot of my trees is I'll clear around it up until it gets, you know, like the tree gets like 4 feet tall. And just a tip for you, always buy like plants when they're like whips and they're small. They're gonna grow a lot faster than if you just, and they're cheaper, but they're gonna grow a lot faster if you buy a really large tree. The larger trees have a harder time dealing with the stress of being moved, whereas the little ones can handle it. And you give it, most things, especially like mulberries, peaches, they grow really fast. Like chestnuts are a little bit more different. They grow really slow, and the deer like to eat them, so you got to protect them. You got to give chestnuts a lot more care, but they grow well once you get them here. This is also a silverberry, aka gummy berry. Look at the bottom of the leaves, they're beautiful. They usually ripen around May. They've already gone for this year. So this is a little shed that I built right here. You can get these rounds right here for free from like a sawmill, and they're good to make little sheds out of. So I'm at 9 minutes right now. I don't know how much more I'm going to show you. Like I said, I'm going to do like a 40-minute video tour in this place. It's a little white rose right there. I got stuff all over the place. There's an elderberry right in there. You can't even see it. I got a sticker in my shoe. It's what I get for coming into a food forest with Crocs on. This right here, you can see the pears on it. That is a Stony Hill pear. And I'm from like the Prosperity, Newberry part of South Carolina, and Stony Hill is just a little area right down the road from me. That's an old heirloom variety of pear. And we're back by the black locusts. This is about a 1 acre, probably about a 1 acre area. When I first started this, like I said, it was an old loading dock, and there were pine trees. If you could see these pines right here that go all around, that was the edge, and on the other side of those pine trees were other pine trees, and they came in and they cleared everything, so I couldn't do much where the pine trees were because the skidders were going to come and destroy everything. This right here is a cherry tree, and it's doing pretty good. My Bing cherry died. I don't remember what that one was called, but we'll see. Nanking cherries have been doing really good here, though. I got to grow more of those. It's a bush type of cherry. And then this right here is just where they left some pines, and I haven't grown much in here, but I will do a tour of this area right in here too. Like I said, there's not much. There's one little swell I dug in here, and I just wanted a different environment to experiment with. So this is a cool plant. This is called a mountain mint, and it's native to this area, but if you grow it, make sure you grow it where you don't want anything else, because it will take over. I mean, stuff will grow up through it, but it will take over just like any other mint. Oh, it smells so good. Taylor doesn't really like it for some reason, I don't know, but I think it's really good. Anyways, I'm gonna go get my Indian figs, take them back to the market, and I think that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Like I said, I'll have a long tour coming up of this place, and I'm sure you all like that. Peace out.